focuses on remembrances of America's deep history, 17th to mid-20th centuries. The Protestant left and right look at the mid-20th century as pivotal. For the right, it was a time of moral definition, American mission, and Christian influence. Most Protestants on the right also take pride in progress towards racial and gender equality. For the left, this era saw incremental liberation for women and racial, religious, and sexual minorities. Many on the Protestant left also lament declining morality. Right and left agree the mid-20th century was a point of departure. Is it a departure from historic America, or a departure into a more just and equal America? The debate is not about whether injustice pervades America's deep past. There is surprising agreement on that point. Instead, the debate is over how those injustices continue to influence the present and how Americans should remember or forget ancestral suffering and sin. Colonial America and contemporary politics. President Trump promised to move the United States towards greater liberty and prosperity. His rallying cry looked backwards. Make America Great Again might be a call to nationalism, but it is also a commission for historians. Perhaps the capstone is the most controversial word. Again, what should be remembered and revived? Presidential hopefuls often appeal to the Revolutionary era. However, the history of Europeans in North America predates the Revolution by nearly 3 centuries. The Declaration of Independence was further removed from the explorations of John Cabot, circa 1451 through to 1498. Then Donald Trump is removed from the Declaration of Independence. This book analyzes how colonial and United States history factor into debates about Trump. What is remembered or forgotten? How are the less flattering parts understood, particularly involvement in racism, sexism, exploitation, and intolerance? The 2020 presidential election occurs 1 week before the 400th anniversary of the Mayflower's arrival at Cape Cod. The pilgrims, like the presidential candidates, will be celebrated and confronted, deified and demonized. Competing remembrances will doubtless influence and be influenced by the election. Partisans will promote conflicting visions for America and situate the president differently in a grand national narrative. This book examines Protestant excavations of America's past and surveys how history is used to support or oppose the president's vision to make America great again. It discusses modern remembering and forgetting triggered by MAGA. These historiographic fault lines existed long before Trump. His policies and rhetoric further exposed divisions. Protestant approaches to MAGA spring radially from the slogan, often taking the interpreter to polar opposite conclusions. I will argue for 3 responses. 1. Make America Great Again. 2. Make America Lament. 3. Make America Better. All 3 dwell on America's deep history, 17th to mid-20th centuries, but they remember and forget different aspects of it. For example, the Protestant left might remember how Puritans were instrumental in the growth of slavery, a fact the Protestant right might forget. However, the Protestant left might forget how many Puritan-influenced regions were the first to outlaw slavery once they secured freedom from Britain, a fact some on the Protestant right remember. There was, it seems, something in the Puritan belief system that facilitated slavery and also led them earlier than many others to the conclusion that slavery displeased God. Patterns of forgetful remembrance were in place long before Trump, and reactions to MAGA provide a snapshot into the partisan worldviews of America.